Welcome back. So since the last posting I made, I got a couple questions about clarity of naked options and clothes. And now, just for regulation purposes, and quite frankly, while I have some workers, layman's knowledge of the exchange, rules change every day, but these are generally my understanding of what it is. If you go back to the first video I did about the neighbors and the chairs, and just take a quick reference back to those videos so I could just continue from there. Options are a contract. You go to someone who says, I will pay you some money if you hold this opportunity for me for a period of time. When that period of time arrives, I will come back to you and I will either exercise that right or I will just say, let it die. Example. So we talk about the chairs. The neighbors go away. So imagine now you own some chairs. And the neighbor comes to you and says, I noticed you have some very nice chairs there last year, and I suspect you might be going away this summer. Could I purchase the chairs from you? But I want to pick them up June 1st. You say, well, sure. The chairs are no longer available at the price you got them at, so the neighbor feels they'll offer you $100 for those chairs. And you say, all right, no problem. So on June 1st, when you come to me, if you have $100, I'll give you the chairs. Agreement. But what do I get for holding on to the chairs from January till June? Say, okay, I'll give you $10. So keep this $10, and come June the 1st, I have the right, I have the option to come to you and take delivery of the chair for $100. If the chairs are selling for $9.99 on special, I don't have to exercise that option. The option dies. If the chairs, however, on June 1st are selling for $200, I come to you and I say, here's $100, please give me my chair. Now, you could say you lost $100 in the open market, but at the time when you made a deal, the chairs were probably around $40, maybe. You got an extra $10 in your pocket, and you get $100. So you make a little bit extra for holding on and taking the option, and the person who bought the option, they paid out $110. Okay? Fair. The next part of it is the first example of the video I gave you, where the neighbor goes away and someone borrows the chairs and sold those chairs that they borrowed. Now, in the real world, they probably pay interest on those chairs that they borrow. But for simplicity purposes, the neighbor's gone away, and the smart guy next door, he sees an opportunity. He knows it's going to be a bad summer. The neighbor is going to wait till September, and he sells those chairs to someone that has an interest for $100. Come the end of August, the weather's been really terrible. Chairs are on sale for $9.99. He goes back, he buys those chairs for $9.99. He replaces the chairs that he borrowed. He makes a profit. He's happy. Now comes the tricky part, and this is, I'm not going to talk about the legality or the illegality. I have no legal status to make any claim. I'm just going to give you my understanding. The chairs are sold naked, which means in January, I go to my neighbor and I say to my neighbor, I'll deliver some chairs to you come June 1st. I'll deliver those chairs to you at $100. The neighbor said, sounds like a good deal. And for that privilege, you give me $10 now, and I'll make sure I deliver chairs to you at $100 come June. Great. Now, come June, again, it's bad weather. Chairs could be gotten for $9.99. The neighbor is not going to pay you $100 for chairs that he could get for $9.99. So the chairs that you never owned, that you sold naked, you made money by selling something you never had. But it's a great summer. And the chairs that you sold that you never owned, your synthetic chairs, your phantom chairs, in June 1st, as we head towards June 1st, it's been a fantastic April. And mid-May, the weather is looking tremendously wonderful. Look like it's going to be a blazing summer. Chairs are now $150. You have no chairs. You don't own any chairs. Now, in reality of what we're seeing, the people who own the chairs said, we're not selling. And you are saying, okay, well, maybe I can create some more paper and see if I can get somebody else to sell some more chairs that don't exist. It becomes nasty business. But just stick to the basic stuff. You will have to go out and find those chairs that you never had, that you sold naked. And the people who are holding on to those chairs says they want $500 for those chairs. By law, you have to pay $500 to replace those chairs. That's naked. You never owned them. You never borrowed them. They never existed. Phantom synthetic chairs. I'm not even sure which is legal, which is not, but that's just my take on it. So now you know perhaps why guppies to whale is a possibility if you're holding real commodity against those that are going to be coming to you that own nothing, the naked emperors. Okay, hope you understood that. Hit me up. By the way, I'm supposed to say please subscribe if you like this stuff. Okay, if you don't like, that's understandable. Give me a like and we'll talk later.